Hello everybody, this is a Rise of Nations tutorial. I will be showing you basically just the basic way how to play the game, nothing really too in-depth. So on your first time it's going to be really confusing, and yeah, my first time I didn't know how to play and I gave up and then come back and try it again. So I'm going to show you how to play and not get completely bored and struggle in what you're trying to do. Okay, so when you first join the game, it is suggested to play easy countries, such as something that's small and not too massive, or that gets a lot of confrontation, such as Germany or France or Russia. Well, right now somebody is Russian Empire, so that is a formidable that you can make. I'm recording this in a VIP server currently, so it's not actual game. Right now there's only one other guy in here, and this is not what the actual map will entirely look like when you first join. So the world will start as current day 2020 map, how that looks. So keep in mind about that. Nothing's fictional, but nobody's going to be following actual history, so do not expect anything like that. On your first time, I just picked Nigeria because it's an easy first time country. Now you don't want to pick something a too small country like such as Benin, because they're too weak. They only got a little bit of troops, and somebody like Nigeria would take you over easily. So on your first time, what you want to do is, if you want to conquer people first, how you do that is click on one of their cities. Don't click on a city where a troop is, because you can't. That's where a soldier is. But if you click on one of your own, you'll get a control for that. I will explain that later. So if you want to click on a city where a troop is, you hold down shift, and there you go. You can click on it like that. All of this, you can't do anything because it's not your country. In your own country, you can do all of these certain options that I will tell you what those do. So on your first time, click a country that you want to take, make sure you can take it, and make sure it's not a player if you just want to get more power. So you got this menu, so you can't directly declare war because you have to justify your goal. So after that, you click on the flag, go in here, justify war goal, conquest. Always do conquest. Subjugate and liberation, they're pretty useless. Liberation is just to basically take a country, but you will release the country that they already took prior to that. So let's say I take Benin and somebody declares liberation, so when they take Benin back from me, it's going to return as Benin. That's what it means. Subjugation, I've been playing this game for about 2 years and I still don't know what that is. It's just like taking somebody over, but you can't permanently own their cities. Basically, it's if you want to puppet somebody, and puppeting, I can explain that later if you do not know what that is by asking me in the comments. So select conquest to take something, justify your war with them, and now if you want to see when it will happen, go down here, press on that, and there you go. You got a little bar until it happened. So until then, what you can do is quickly get more soldiers. What I like to do is click on your flag, bottom left, go to military, doctrines, and now you can put on specialization. This will basically make your infantry have more experience, and meaning they will just be more experienced, and in combat they do better than somebody who's less experienced. So how you build soldiers is you click on a city, go to units, and select on infantry. You see in the bottom, in the middle, down here is manpower. So I got 793,000. And there's a maximum of 802,000. Your maximum is how much manpower your country can take. So when you buy one unit of infantry, it's 10,000 soldiers. So I just got one. Now I can either go independent or click on another unit that has auto merge on, meaning they will merge together. Pretty self-explanatory. And when they do that, they merge. See, And this, oh, war justified has been complete. Excellent. So this is a new update that just came out and a little events. Make sure to read it, and if it's your first time, just look carefully. And political power, you can lose that, it's okay. But money, see right now I have 1 trillion, or 1 billion, excuse me, and I can lose 15 million. That's okay. And if I don't, I can lose 2.5 stability. That might not seem like a lot of stability, but for a country in this game, yes, that can be terrible. So, oh, another one just came up. I'm going to reject this because it's corporate dealing and it's useless. I'm just going to do cover up. It's okay. I can lose that. If you can't lose it, you can risk losing that stability. So what I'm going to do is merge that unit with these guys. I can declare war now. Now that's justified. You have no diplomatic actions going in. So you can go in. Make sure to get used to this process. Press on a city, flag, then declare war, select conquest. Now it's selected, declare war. So now I'm at war with an AI. So AI will not do anything unless you take a city. They will attack you if you take a city. So if I just send my troops to a city, they will shortly come. And it has to be close enough, because if I take it all the way up here, for a small country like this, they might come, but let's say this is Niger. Oh wait, hang on, they're coming. Okay, yes, they're dead because I got 227,000 versus their 10,000 people. They're dead. So the reason why they can't is because I was close enough and the AI will react to that. But let's say I attack a city of this country way over here. They most likely will not come after unless it's close. So that's how you defeat AI, just that easy. And I turned off auto merge because if I want to have multiple units going, I don't want them automatically merging together. So I'm going to press split in half. Now I got 2 different units. I'm going to drag right click over them, split in half again. So that way now I got more, I got 4. I'm going to press on auto capture, Benin. That's the country I want to auto capture. Now they will just auto capture all the cities. Got to be careful though. If you got a low number of troops taking a massive city, such as if I were taking Nigeria and I wanted to take this city, 9.5 million, but it was only like 40k soldiers, it would take a long time, and if they've already taken cities before, they would lose troops from that. I'm gonna say too expensive because that's just research. I'll explain what that means later. Okay, so congratulations. Now you're taking your first city. Or country, excuse me. So after that, what you want to do when that is finished, you can click on their flag. Whenever you're at war, their flag will pop down right here. And this is your losses, how many troops you got, and I've lost 15,000 people, but however, that's from individual units, so it's not too bad. And you can press on this, view cities, and a little cloud bubble will appear if cities haven't taken yet. I just took them now, so they got no cities left. So now their name is in red, meaning they have completely collapsed. They have no cities left, they got nothing. So now the war's over. Negotiate terms, annex. If you want to take their country and call it as your own, you annex. Do not mess with anything else, unless if you want to seize their treasury, mean all 75% of all their money. This is my treasury. So let's say it take me 75% of all of this would go away. So I want to seize their treasury. So send terms, are you sure? You gotta click it again. Bam. I just got some more money. Alright, I took their country. Now I got a little bit bigger, meaning more power. But however, unrest needs to go down. So when it goes down past this line, you can build any building on there. In buildings, you can use factories to build tanks and planes. And right now I'm just going to show you how to take a country, or just all the mechanics that you need to know. Right now, we just took them. So when you press on your flag on bottom left, you get all of this stuff, and at first it's kind of complicated. But when you start to learn what they are, it's not complicated. This is a kind of game where it's just a learning curve, and after you learn how to do the basic things, it's really easy and fun. So economic laws, this is taxation. The more high it is, the more unhappy people are, but it's good to keep it normal. Unless they're really unhappy, then you can lower it. Government spending, the more you raise this, the more suppression of like the people are. So basically, if people are unhappy, if you turn this up, they will be suppressed. Nothing, you can't see anything happening, but it just says, all right, it's gone up. But however, the more you turn it up, see, I turn it low. Right now I'm at 1,400,000. It just dropped down to 868,000. So since you're spending money, your economy is going to go down because you're trying to spend money on them. All those little events, the more money you have here, the less of them you're going to get, and the ones that are going to come are going to be like benefits. So now that does drop down, and when this goes into the negatives, that's when you can't buy anything anymore, and you're going to go into deficit. Deficit is when you lose more money than you're earning, and that's not good because you can't buy stuff after you go in debt. And when you're in debt, you can't afford your rebel suppression, and people are just going to get mad in your country, and yeah, you're going to lose everything you just worked for. So the way unrest works is when this goes past the yellow line, that's when you can build stuff. But however, when this is above, you can't build things. And this integrating means it's not going to be officially a part of your country. Like, you can't get as much taxes and stuff from it until this is fully up, and it can take about 20 minutes. The reason why it takes so long, because this is kind of a long-term game, and people who do play it that long tend to create empires and fight each other, and yeah, it can be fun. So economic laws, I showed you what that is. City overview, this is a new thing, and this is basically just showing what's going on. Like Lagos, that's my biggest city, and shows me a population. It's a tier 1 city. So when you click on a city, go to buildings, and you develop it. After you press that, it's not much money unless you're doing all of them. Be a little careful. Develop city will basically upgrade it to tier 2, and then, you know, if you upgrade tier 3, you know, etc. That just increases manpower and tax gain. This game has a lot of inbuilt like messages telling you what things do, and it's very helpful. And there's tons of other tutorials about combat and all that if you want to fight people and stuff. So basically, this is kind of your first, and infantry wise, my thing is if you want to get a boatload of infantry and you want to select multiple cities at once, hold down Alt, left Alt, and right drag, or left click, drag right. Okay, and then go to units, infantry, and you can do that multiple times. So now you're just going to get about 18 different cities worth of 10k twice, which is what I just did. But when your manpower goes low, your units can't replenish a max rate, and that can be bad sometimes. Now, it's not terrible all the time, because if you're just taking AI countries, it won't be that bad. But if somebody wants to invade you and you can't field strong enough soldiers, then you can just lose like that. And look, I got more. Then you can just put them on your own unit. That's what I'm just doing. Sometimes it might take a couple of times because this is a Roblox game. It's not professional, unfortunately. And make sure to left click and drag right for units, and to select cities, hold left Alt and drag right. If you don't have a keyboard like that, you're just gonna have to go through the painful process of selecting individually. Remember, if you want to select the city where troops are on, hold down Shift, set it in, you can do that. So I didn't know that my first time. Alright, so for movement of any unit in this game, say I wanted to travel all the way up here, right? But hold up, I don't want to travel through a desert, because when you travel through the desert, a little red bars can come up and you're going to start losing troops, meaning attrition. It's when you start losing troops because they're traveling through desert. Well, let's travel through the ocean. Oh no, I want to directly travel through the ocean all the way up. Okay, so here's what you do. You go, if wherever you want to travel, you hold down shift, click, now you got a new line. And they're going to follow this path. Shift click, shift click, shift click. You don't have to go this exact way, but that's what I'm doing. Shift click, shift click. And now you can go there. That's just a little helpful thing I never knew for a very long time, and I wish I did, because there's many times where that would have come in very handy. So after that movement, that's really it. Reinforcements, that's just when you replenish your units, and you know you're gonna have to lose manpower because more people are coming into the unit. Start training is when this little bar goes up and it's experience bar. That's basically what it is. Training, however, costs money, so that brought me in deficit. So if you got some money and you want to train your soldiers, go ahead. I mean, the more experienced, the more deadly they are, but if you're a big country, then it's pretty helpful if you get it's pretty helpful if you want to be, you know, experienced. But if for bigger countries such as like China, yeah, you can field as much as troops as you want majority of the time. You don't really have to worry about experience because you just got so much. Basically that's just for movement and resources and trade. Okay, so aircraft parts. When you have aircraft parts, you can build planes, but planes, their only purpose is to either bomb cities, attack units, or take down other planes. And I can do another video or answer your questions. There's a lot to that, but this is all your resources. Some resources do nothing, and no resources that do or that can do a thing. That's just to build a factory. Like if I wanted tanks, you're gonna need, oh sorry, that is units. If I wanted to build a tank, you need a motor factory because the tanks need motor parts. But however, I need 1 unit of steel and 2 tungsten. I don't got any, so maybe I could trade for tungsten. For steel, you need a steel manufactory. And I need iron and 0.2 units of titanium. So I'm going to have to trade for those because I don't got any natural titanium. But for iron, I do got enough, barely. And when you get those factories, it will take a while. You can make a tank. But however, you need oil, and Nigeria doesn't really come in with any. Actually, they don't come with any natural oil, so not really too much. You can trade with oil, but countries with oil tend to be taken by people, so you're gonna have to kind of hoax them in, talk to them. And also down here, this is biomes. Green is jungle biome. Jungle biome will just slow you down, and if you're in defensive, such as you have this little entrenched, mean your soldiers are like camped, and when that goes up, that means they just got a boost when they get attacked. And in jungles, they have a higher defense, so meaning they would be better on the defense. Hilly is just your average, like it doesn't really do anything, it's just your average terrain. And arid, you never want to go here during summer. This is your calendar right now, it's winter, so it'd be okay to go through, but you're just going to take a lot of hits in summertime when it's just going to be terrible, and it's just better to take the ocean. Up here we got mild winter. So right now is January and you got mild winter, and basically that's just going to be, think of it as hilly but with some attrition, or it can slow you down. Mountainous, everything's just slow. Oh, it's February, so it's not complete winter anymore, but it's starting to slowly calm down. So purple's Arctic. You can put your cursor over this if you want to see what it is. Arctic is brutal. I highly suggest never going to Arctic unless you got a lot of troops, or you can take it by ocean, such as taking Canada can be really dangerous in Alaska in wintertime, because first of all, your troops are really slow and you lose them by the thousands every day. So I've had instances where I lost every single troop I had when I didn't know, so that's bad. That's all the biomes currently. Now, the mountainous biomes, such as, yeah, it's just really slow, and the ones who are considered mountainous, like right here, it's mountainous, but it's labeled the same as hilly because the climate's the same, but it's just really slow. And mountainous in Arctic is just, yeah, if you're Norway, you got one of the most defended countries. So basically that's what this menu is just resource trade, and kind of talk about this. Diplomacy, this is your country menu. I'm just gonna go back to my own country. So see, it has me, I'm non-aligned, that's my ideology, that's my name, and population. This is all your, if you have allies, that would list up rivals, subjects, truces, and wars. And this is, if I wanted to search a country, I could just do that, but that's only for yours. I can view my own country if I was looking at somebody else. Release countries, that's if you want to release a country that you took. I'm not going to do that. Okay. Technology, we already looked at economy. It has all of your stuff. Technology. This is your research, and this is important if you want to get infantry boost and tank boost and naval, you know, all of that, etc., etc. Military, this is your military tab, and I went here at the beginning to turn my doctrine to specialization. This is just all little like feats and boosts to help you out. Back to military. So military groups, you can make a group, so I'll just call it E, create, right? Click on that if you want to do leader, but I'll actually talk about that real quick. So to assign them to a group, just press that. Now they're a part of that group. Go back to your military. Then leaders. So Army is your infantry, Navy is all your boats, Air Force is your planes, obviously. Army, you want an army leader, but however, oh yes, I can. So he's unassigned to a group, so you click on him and then click on the group. Now he's a part of this group, and he just gives your guys some boost. And if you want that, you can. I tend not to do it because, you know, if I'm kind of speed running some countries to get everything as fast as possible, I won't do it. So that's all you kind of need to know for your first times, and I will make more videos where I go into detail about other things. And actually, if you want a video on combat, just let me know, because that can be very helpful, and your first couple times you're absolutely useless to other people. Alright, thanks for watching. Any questions, please leave it and I will respond. I'm sure of it. Thanks.